1 minute. And normally it is just a scramble right now. Thank you all. It's normally running down, texting, calling, doing all kinds of craziness right beforehand.
I'm really nervous right now, Tim. I can't go on. This could change the entire course of my life. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Figures.
What's that?
I said figures.
Yeah. I just freak out in the last 30 seconds.
Same.
Just tug on your hair a little bit, Gary. That'll help.
Wow.
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch it.
Right. Just
So,
defended
Carlton.
the MC and a judge in one sentence. Just kidding. All right. It is time.
Did you press record?
And we are recording.
Oh, perfect.
I am going to hit start webinar. It is 6 o'clock. Let's have fun. 3, 2.
Thank you for joining us tonight for the second micro pitch of 2025. A big thank you to our host locality, Hampton. We'd also like to thank the cities of Newport News, Williamsburg, and Poquoson, as well as James City County and York County. Tim, what's up?
Yeah, we have a great night in store for this evening. In less than 2 hours, we're going to find out who is going to advance from our second micro pitch. So the top 3 from tonight will advance to November. November 5th will be our championship pitch of the evening. We have 10 founders, so top 3. Let's do it, Gary. What else we have in store?
Yeah, we have a couple of rules to remember. One is to refrain from using the group chat feature to make comments to everyone, especially while someone's pitching. We don't want to distract the pitcher. And if you want to connect with someone, then do a direct chat with that person, preferably when they're not pitching. And then you can chat with them and find out another way to get together. So thank you in advance for honoring that. As Tim said, we have 10 pitchers tonight. Each pitcher has 3 minutes to pitch their business, and that'll be followed by 2 minutes of Q&A with the judges. The way that works is that all 3 judges ask their questions, one after the other. So be sure you have something to write them down. And then the pitcher will have 2 minutes to answer those questions. And Tim is the timer for tonight, so he'll let you know when your time is up. So if he hasn't said time is up, then keep going. So be sure you take notes. That's the one thing that happens that we forget to do. And again, wait until the last judge has asked their question. Tim, speaking of judges, who are the judges tonight?
Yes, we always take a lot of care and consideration when it comes to the judges. Historically speaking, everybody loves the event until afterwards. And if those that make it through love the judges, those that may have a misstep and don't make it through, it wasn't their fault, it was the judge's fault. So we spend a lot of time making sure that we pick judges that understand the space. I will allow each judge a minute. We'll break the ice they can do a quick 1 sentence, 2 sentence pitch about who they are. But first up, as judges go, we have Amber Hamilton. Thank you, Amber. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, I apologize. My background screen is not working tonight, but I am co-CEO of Redwood Rise, and we work with startups and founders to help with their go-to-market strategy, as well as supporting entrepreneurial ecosystems. And then we also help kind of bridge that gap in investor readiness. So we just live in this space pretty consistently.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amber. And returning once again is the Carlton Campbell. Carlton, thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you once again, Tim, for the opportunity to serve as a judge. I look back, and this is my 5th year and my 5th time judging here for Start Peninsula. So I'm excited. This is my passion. I have several small businesses myself. I started with Start Peninsula during my first year on the Economic Development Authority for the city of Hampton, serving my second tour now, and I'm excited to be here. So congratulations for being here, and good luck, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carlton. And then rounding out the judges tonight, also returning is Mr. Hunter Walsh. Hunter.
Thanks, Tim, for having me back. Like Carlton and Start Peninsula for having this platform for founders to be able to showcase their ideas and get feedback. I spent the last 4 years at 757 CoLab leading startup studios before transitioning out of that role at the end of February to put the entrepreneurial hat back on, helping startups and nonprofits do hard things. So excited to hear the pitches, and thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hunter. So the way that the program is going to work tonight is we're going to have the first 5 pitchers go on with their pitch. Then we're going to take a short break. And then once we return, those 5 remaining pitchers will go ahead and pitch. Then once that is done, we'll boot the judges out. They will go into a deliberation room. And then during that time, we'll open up the floor. We'll have some Q&A. We'll talk about some cool events that are up and coming. Then once the judges have decided who that top 3 is going to be, they are going to rejoin us here on this webinar, and then we will announce those businesses and founders that are going to advance to the championship pitch event in November. So as a reminder to you, the pitchers, understand that you're nervous, but don't forget to unmute yourself, share your screen if you have slides. Then once your pitch is done, stop sharing your screen or go through the question and answer period. Don't start answering the question until all the judges have asked their question, then answer those 3 in rapid succession. After the last once you're done with that, you answer the last question, mute your mic, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of your show. Gary, let's get started.
We're ready to roll. First up is Mar. You ready to go, Mar?
Yes, I am.
You can go ahead and share your screen. Then I'll give you the big introduction, and we're off to the races. You ready to go?
Can you all see my screen?
We can.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, everybody, please welcome our first pitcher, Mar Vanier from DEAF.
All right. Hi, my name is Mar Vanier. My company Dev, we make autonomous drone swarms for warehouse logistics. So the problem is more warehouses are being built in America, and they're being built bigger than ever. And we're talking huge complexes with miles of real estate indoors. And inventory is still done manually or with outdated management systems. So you still have a person who's going step by step, and they're just scanning, scanning, scanning. And even though we do have a lot of mechanized warehouses now, at the end of the day, you still need someone to just walk through some of the more dynamic aspects of those warehouses. And oftentimes, asset protection is a real threat because you don't know if anything is missing or even how much of an asset that a warehouse does have. So to solve this, we developed Hive, which is an autonomous drone swarm. So it has free cam control that enables a human operator to fly the drone. Our drone swarms are scalable. So we have a micro swarm of 5 drones, but the system will be able to handle hundreds. And we also have advanced sensors on it, such as LiDAR, thermal vision, night vision. And this is all to enable 24/7 inventory collection. So one key feature of our product is the drones that we are developing are GPS denied. So they're able to fly in areas without GPS. So this is a new technology that is just starting to be developed. And we're utilizing cutting edge AI models in order to allow inventory to be scanned more efficiently. Plus, we also have a mobile swarm dock that will allow the drones to be deployed in as little as 5 minutes. The team is composed of my brother and I. We're very competent. My brother Elias, he worked at Toyota, and myself, I helped develop AI that is currently on Navy ships. And the market size is growing. So over 45,000 large-scale distribution centers and warehouses in the US. 12 of them are climate controlled, and about 8,000 of them are general retail distribution centers. While 8,000 distribution centers doesn't sound like a lot, just due to the sheer size of those warehouses, they could easily carry thousands of drones. Our business model, you could think of it akin to Apple, where our bread and butter is going to be drone hardware sales with a software component on it, where developers can modify the drones as they see fit because our drones are developed in such a way where we can apply it to other verticals outside of warehouses. And our technology is just better just due to the customizability of the drone. They allow us to add different custom sensors onto it. And it's not just better, it's over 10 times better. We're not talking about waypoint autonomous flight. We're talking about cutting edge. You're having a drone fly through a building, GPS denied, and be able to scan in a 360-degree field of view. This is
And
10
that
times
is
better than
time.
anything on the market. Sorry, did you say time?
That is
Yep,
time.
time.
All right,
Yep.
thank you.
Thank you. So you ready to take some questions from the judges?
Yes.
You can go ahead and unshare your screen so you can
Right.
see them when they ask questions. And we're going to start questions with Amber.
Hey, Amar. I have a couple of questions, but the first is what is GPS denied? Why does that make it better?
And we go to Carlton.
Okay, thanks for the presentation, more great information. What I'm
Well, let's go to Hunter and we'll come back to Carlton when he's
definitely will compare to those other companies.
there we go. Can you repeat that, Carlton? We lost you. You froze for a second.
Oh, did I? Okay. Yeah. So I was interested in how you compare to other companies such as Gather AI, Inventory XL, or Inspinet. I noticed that you had a couple of different companies up there that you compared with, but these seem to be larger companies that do what you do. So I'm really interested in to know what the difference is with your company.
Okay. And Hunter.
Great to see you, Mar. Clarifying question. This is a product and software play, and then where are you in the product development life cycle?
Okay, so you
I'll
have
start.
2 minutes once you start answering, and Tim will let you know when your 2 minutes are up.
Okay, so thank you for your questions. The first question, why GPS denied is better. So in a warehouse, you do not have the ability to see satellites. That's how GPS works. It's based off of the reflection of satellite signals. And if you're inside a building, you're not able to have that reliably done. That's kind of where we go to other drone companies. While a lot of times they still use some form of GPS drone technology, and they are not truly autonomous. They're based off of doing basic waypoints that are pre-planned in advance. This is another step in the future where we're using advanced algorithms that have been just developed in the last 2 years. And I can speak on where we are in this. So we already have a bunch of simulations done. And right now we're in the process of actually building up the first set of drones. We actually have a letter of intent from a company in Ukraine in order to help them find mines that have been left there in order to help them rebuild their country. Also, we already have a customer right now who is securing the funds so we can actually go and build up our first set of drones for it. So we are already in the process of developing the technology. We're already shown that it's done in simulation, and now we're just bringing it to the real world. Product-wise, product and software interplay, right now, it's kind of like once you have a really strong hardware base of your drone, you're then able to go and just upgrade the software for it for different capabilities, such as if you want to add a language model onto it in order for a drone to be able to take verbal commands, you're able to do that because of the base of hardware that we made ahead of time. This is something that we've been working on for the past 5 months. We already got accepted into an incubator program up in Rochester, and we're getting funding in order to bring this to life.
And that's time.
Okay, thanks. Judges, if you want to go ahead and update your worksheets and give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move on. Jasmine, are you ready? Carlton's good.
Yes,
Hunt's
I'm ready.
good. And you're good. You're good, Jasmine. You can go ahead and Amber's good. Go ahead and share your screen. And when you want to put it in presentation mode, and we're good to go. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, I have to give you the big intro. Okay, our second pitcher tonight. Everybody, please welcome Jasmine Andrews from Sully Bride Productions.
All right, my name is Jasmine Andrews from Sully Bride Productions. I am a film production company, and our motto is telling our stories ourselves. Have you ever looked at a movie and found yourself screaming at the screen because the concept and the characters were so ridiculous? You're sitting there thinking, I could have wrote something better than that, or whoever wrote it had no idea what they were talking about and didn't represent you. Now, for women and minorities, often our stories are censored and not represented in the media. The media is a mass communication tool that spreads information and shapes our culture. But for women and minorities who've been censored in the media, then we don't have the same opportunity to share information and influence the culture. Recent research has indicated that 96% of directors are male, and this skews the narratives in the media. However, Sully Bride Productions combats all forms of censorship by giving a voice to underrepresented groups through film media. Sully Bride Productions specializes in creating quality films on a small budget that tell authentic stories without censorship, hence our motto, telling our stories ourselves. Sully Bride Productions is spearheaded by me. I'm an award-winning director, cinematographer, screenwriter, and film score composer. I've completed 3 feature films, which are in distribution, and I was also the line producer on the locally produced but major blockbuster film Blowback, which is going to be released in the fall, starring Clifton Powell. The current project that Sully Bride Productions is moving on is The Test. This film targets an audience of diverse film lovers, underrepresented communities, aspiring creatives, and media industry professionals. The Test is set to begin production in September of 2025 and wrap in 2026 with an expected release in the fall of 2026. Our serviceable obtainable market includes film premieres in local theaters in the Hampton Roads area and also accessing the population of the Hampton Roads area that streams content related to thriller, drama, and science fiction films. With an investment of $5,000, the production of The Test will be able to secure the celebrity endorsement and participation of Clifton Powell to reach similar widespread audience as the Hampton-based film production Blowback. The Test has a stellar cast, including award-winning actress Megan Renee, award-winning director, actor, and producer Brian Thompson from Imani Films, who has partnered with Sully Bride Productions for the production of The Test. He is known with his work in Blowback, and that's how we have our potential contact with our celebrity endorsement from Clifton Powell. And I would hope that the Peninsula will sponsor the $5,000 so that we can establish the Hampton Roads area as a new filmmaking capital on the East Coast.
It's time.
Okay, thank you. Ready for some questions from the judges? You got something to capture some questions?
Yeah.
Yep, okay, so we're going to start with, this time we'll start with Carlton.
All right, great presentation, Jasmine. I'm curious, I know you mentioned something about using the $5,000, I think you said for securing Clifton Powell. I'm a little interested in understanding a little bit more about what you would need that specific money for and what happens if you don't get it with Clifton Powell.
And Hunter next.
Are there any other individuals or companies that are doing similar things to you currently in the market?
And Amber.
Jasmine, I love your tagline, telling our stories ourselves. Sorry, I have about 17 questions, but once you have this film underway, what's the potential growth or what's the next step after this film in particular?
So when you start answering, Tim will put 2 minutes on the clock for you.
All right, so for the $5,000 to appeal to Clifton Powell, that's his fee to come to the area and participate in the films. I worked as a line producer on the film Blowback, And so I partnered with Amani Films, which is with Brian Thompson, and he was able to secure the celebrity endorsement with him, so he has a direct connection to him, and so he's aware that that's what his film is, fee is, in order to come in and either be in the film, sponsor the film, promote it, and everything, because Clifton Powell is going to be at the Virginia Black Film Festival on Juneteenth weekend. So he's kind of like the face and voice of this area in terms of establishing it as a filmmaking capital in Hampton. If I don't get it, well, I do have other fundraising options that I am looking into. Of course, I would appreciate if Start Peninsula were to support me, but I also could either go to other filmmaking, or not other fundraising possibilities, or also there are other people in mind that I could potentially seek for that type of celebrity endorsement for the film. In terms of similar companies, there are a lot of local film production companies in the Hampton Roads area. I am one of the few women-owned film production companies in the area, and for the most part, what I have done is just befriend and partner with the other filmmaking communities, because since it is something that I'm starting as like kind of a grassroots movement to turn Hampton over Hollywood, we're not about competition or making enemies. I'm about, we need to partner and work together, because we are facing a much bigger giant with other companies on the West Coast, so we have to work together. The potential growth for this is that Blowback is expected to make $2 million, and so with a similar production,
is time. Perhaps you can message that to the judges, the answer to that.
All right, so judges, go ahead and update your sheets. Let me know when you are ready to move on. Allison, are you ready to go? Don't do anything yet. Just making sure you're ready. I need to see if the judges are finished. And Carlton's good. Hunter's good. Amber, you good? All right, you can go ahead and share your screen, Allison. You let me know when you're ready to roll. You ready to go? Are you ready to go? No.
I forgot to turn the sound off. Okay, hold on. I just had a whole panic attack. Wait a minute. I'm ready again.
Yeah, just share your screen again. No need to panic.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, ready now?
Yes.
All right, everybody, please welcome our third pitcher, Allison Moore from the More Laughing in the Morning Show.
Thank you. Welcome to the More Laughing in the Morning Show pitch. The world is heavy right now, y'all. People need uplifting media that feels like them, speaks to them, and connects to community. And so I have an answer. This is the show. Are we waking up in the morning?
Good morning.
Oh, did I stop my share?
Today, after the break and on the show, we are keeping the energy high.
Oh, did I lose my share? Dang, we're gonna have to wing it. It's not the plan. Okay, so you all can still hear me, right? But I stopped my share on my presentation. Okay, so the More Laughing in the Morning Show, we are on Monday through Friday on weekdays, 7:30 a.m. through Sky 4 TV. And so we are in 770,000 households and growing. I also am on YouTube where we are sharing,
So
and
I
that's
need
where
those
we're
laugh
on
tracks.
right now. Is it on YouTube?
Isn't it ironic? You get it? Isn't it ironic?
That is a funny joke that y'all can't even appreciate right now because we're here.
Much more laughing for
And
you
sometimes, if we can be honest, this is how the morning starts, right? Like your day will start a hot mess. You waited all day for a pitch. and then something like this happens. But that's what the show does, right? It gets us in a good mood. It prepares us for humanity, for a great day. You got to pivot and wing it for your life for the next 1.5 minutes. I am pitching today because I want some seed funding to help grow the production. I'm a small independent production company, and so we produce this show, and the $5,000 will help us grow. We have quite the problem that we solve is having our negative Nancy news, as well as the lack of in the local community, because I call myself Virginia's comedian. I'm in Hampton Roads native. And in the local community, it's not really a lot of connection between business owners and getting out there to the foot traffic, which is what my local show does. So with this local positivity, some local love, some laughter in the morning, I've really been galvanizing a community. And then the $5,000 will help be what we use to hire a part-time social media person to take that daily content and help us grow our audience so that I can then have a little more engine power to get sponsorships and go through my process for growth. Our first level for growth is for, again, investing in our audience growth. And then after that, we're going to go to scaling and syndication. And then we have some products and some merch that we sell from the show, coffee, accountability.
That is time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll start, got something to capture questions from the judges.
Right
You
here.
ready? Okay, and then don't answer until they all ask the questions. So we're going to start with Hunter this time.
Loved your energy, Allison. Thanks so much for the presentation and laughs. Can you talk about your audience metrics and how you make money?
Next, Amber.
Yeah, in that same vein, if you're already on YouTube, is there a way for you to monetize your YouTube channel to be able to support the growth of both your personal brand and the brand of the show?
And then Carlton.
Hey, Allison, thanks for the presentation. And so you have a couple of other morning shows here locally to the area. I know you're the special sauce for your show, but really what differentiates you from the other shows?
And Tim will give you 2 minutes on the clock when you start answering.
I'm ready. So thank you for your questions, judges. Okay, so the audience metrics. So we have majority of that audience comes from cable because we are running primarily distributing on Sky 4 TV. So anybody who has cable in Hampton Roads, we're starting from there. And the audience that we tend to attract are working professionals, people who like thoughtful comedy, inspiration, and care about the community. How we make money is through our sponsorships and advertisements. So I have Virginia Wesleyan as a sponsor. We have different commercials that we use. We also have a few content creators who kind of rent space on my show, like how Oprah platformed Ayana and or Dr. Phil. Then I have a career coach that pays monthly. I have a physical health person that comes in and does the same as well. We also have products. We sell coffee. We also sell accountability workbooks. And then our community, that is our cult fan base called This Time Next Year, who gets up in the morning with us to work towards their This Time Next Year goals. They pay for a monthly membership. Differentiate us from the shows is my name of the show is More Laughing in the Morning with Allison, the Comedian and Friends. I do have some special sauce, but the real special sauce is the comedy of it. In the future, as we continue to grow, I'm going to bring in different talent to host, different comedians, but we are really leveraging the comedy, which everybody else, that's kind of a secondary thing, but for us, it's in the face because we know what comedy and laughter does for your health, for your morning, for your day, and it also helps you remember things more impactfully. Some of the things that I didn't get to share with you all in the show is, again, about how impactful this will be to the Hampton Roads community. It will platform businesses, even like those of you all who are up here, because I have a great big network that we bring in people who have something to share, who are doing something. We platform national and local heroes. I've had Sinbad on the show because I opened for him. I've opened for Martin Lawrence, as well as local people with great stories, a woman NASCAR driver out of Hampton, as well as our vice mayor teaching us about civic responsibilities and duties. So it is something that
is time.
Okay, thank you, Allison. I will get a thumbs up from the judges. And next up is going to be Melina. Are you ready to roll? Don't do anything yet, but Is you ready, Melina? Good. Carlton, did I get a thumbs up from everybody? Judges, all good. Hunter, you good? Okay. You go ahead and share your screen, Melina.
Alrighty. Yeah. All right, can everybody see my screen?
We can. Are you ready to go?
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right, everybody, please welcome Melina Applewhite from House of Vibes DIY. Floor is yours.
All right. Whew. Picture this. A mom walks into our studio, phone in one hand, stress written all over her face. Her daughter's eyes light up when she sees the shimmer table, the scent bar, the color station. 1 hour later, they walk out giggling, holding handmade lip gloss and bath scrubs, proud and connected because they made it together. That's House of Vibes DIY. We're not a craft studio. We're a self-expression bar. Think Build-A-Bear energy, but for beauty, wellness, and confidence. We're a vibrant bar-style experience where guests ages 7 and up come to make their own self-care products like lip gloss, lotion, bath scrubs, slime, all hands-on, all joy-filled, all deeply personal. Today's families, especially women, are creatively drained. We're living in a time where connection is low, burnout is high, and meaningful outlets are rare. 75% of Gen Z prefer experiences over things. Millennials and Gen Z value live experiences more than material items, a shift that drives demand for interactive retail. That's a billion-dollar behavioral shift. The experiential retail market is exploding, valued at $84 billion in 2023, projected to reach $297 billion by 2032, with a growing 14% compound annual growth rate. House of Vibes DIY is positioned right at the center of this surge. We've designed a space that feels like joy. Kids walk in expecting crafts, moms walk in hoping to breathe. Everyone walks out saying, I made this and I feel damn good about it. It's inclusive, multi-generational, Instagrammable, therapeutic, and it works. We focus on millennial moms ages 25 to 44, the spenders. The Gen Z teens influence the vibe, and the Gen Alpha kids, they imitate it, and all three show up. 71% of girls and over half of boys under the age of 17 are interested in beauty and wellness. If we target her, we'll catch the whole household. I'm Melina Applewhite, a military vet, an entrepreneur, a builder of brands rooted in experience. In 2022, my previous company, Party Teak, we made over $13,000. In year 2, we scaled to over $57,000, proving not just interest, but demand. House of Vibes DIY is the evolved version, bigger mission, deeper impact, and built to scale. We will offer daily drop-ins, birthday parties, DIY kits, merchandise, memberships, each one layered to drive repeat visits and reoccurring revenue. What sets us apart from our competitors is we don't sell bath scrubs. We sell the feeling of, look what I made. We sell confidence, connection, creativity. And the vibe, it's unforgettable. So if you're ready to invest in the future of self-care, experiential retail, and a community-driven joy, House of Vibes DIY is the brand to bet on. Let's craft this movement together.
And that's time.
Okay, thank you. You ready for some questions from the judges?
Yes, I am.
All right, we're going to start with Amber this time.
Melina, 10 out of 10. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. I don't even have that many questions. I don't even, my question is, why do you need to, why do you want to win this? What's next for you? You've built a viable business. Why this?
Okay, Carlton?
Yeah, this was great, Melina. I started to think maybe about a head scrub or something that I could make for myself. But what I'm really interested in is, this is the first time I'm hearing about your company. So, and maybe that's because I'm not necessarily your target market based on what you just mentioned. So how are you getting the word out about your company? And then what is your plan for scaling it?
And Hunter.
Echoing the other judges' remarks, really love the research and numbers that you incorporated in your presentation. I think to piggyback off Amber and Carlton, is this just an idea? Do you have a retail location already established? Have you been doing pop-ups and things to kind of validate the idea? Would appreciate anything and any color around.
Okay, so when you start, Tim will give you 2 minutes and he'll let you know when your 2 minutes are up. You go ahead and start.
Okay. All right, so why I do this, I started out with a company for kids. After I got out the military, it was just like crazy life. And I just got tired of everybody telling me what I had to do. And I wanted to be able to explore my creativity. I wanted to be able to tap in what made me me. And I went on this little journey of working with this engineering for kids. And then I realized like how much I loved children, how much I loved engineering. And so when I started to think back to my childhood growing up, I used to go into my mom's room and like tear through all her beauty products because I just wanted to be like my mom. Like I just wanted to wear her makeup. I wanted to put on her shoes, her clothes, but she would get so mad because she's like, get out of my stuff, Melina. And I realized how important that was to me. And I just felt like people need to feel this again. People need to be able to feel like creativity is okay to just go in your mom's room and pour perfume and a lotion and figure out what it makes or anything like that. So after the military, I just went on this journey. I wrote a children's book and the kids just kept saying, hey, can you turn this into a real place? And that's where it started about 7 years ago. I actually, the company closed down 3 times, obviously, because of COVID was one of them, but the other one I had to end a partnership. And so I shifted the rebrand of this company by being able to, me and my partner had to go separate ways due to a personal loss. I shifted it because I kept listening to my audience. They kept saying, where was this at when I was a kid? Where was this at when I was a kid? I'm meeting teenagers that are saying, this is not fair. All the little kids always get something. So I wanted to create a multi-generational space that allowed everybody to come in to be able to create and connect. To answer the question is testing the market. I had my previous company, Party Teak. I was actually located in MacArthur Center Mall, and we only closed down due to the mall not renewing the lease because they were going in a different direction. So I know that now I fixed this model over the course of 7 years. If I put it into somewhere like Lynn Haven Mall with high traffic, I was only open on weekends and I made that much money. So having 5 more days a week to be able to make more money will definitely
And that is
help me.
time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll wait for see the judges' thumbs up. Carlton's good, Hunter's good, Amber's good. All right. Lori, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. You can go ahead and share your screen.
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Everybody, please welcome Lori Marlowe from Marlowe Royale.
Hello, everybody. I am here to help women in uniform feel like a woman. And today, this is Royale Lashes, and I am going to share what lashes, who, uniform women, how, putting them in regulations, and I'll explain that, why we need opportunity to feel more like a woman, and they're changing regulations every single day for women, for men, for beards, for lashes, for hair. And honestly, with this money or opportunity, I would love to have a military contract where I sign with the military to be in their uniform stores so that women never have to go anywhere else to understand the regulations, and they can just go to the store, buy these lashes, and not get yelled at by their command. So my audience is uniformed women. It could be people in the uniform where I'm going to talk about today because of the reason of their regulations, or it could actually be anybody in uniform. It could be the police. It could be the firefighters. It could be anybody in uniform that may want to wear something uplifting for them, but also be very natural, lightweight, and not even know that they are wearing lashes. They don't get in the way and they don't hurt anything. So basically, uniform women in uniform have a regulation where it's basically taking care of themselves. So taking care of their hair, taking care of their nails, all of that stuff to look good in your uniform. So they are putting the regulation of lashes being 14 millimeters. And my kit actually has 3 sizes. So they have a 12 size, which is basically wearing mascara. So you can just put on the 12s and you can just feel like you're wearing mascara. But the 14s are in regulation. So you can put the 14s on, you can put your uniform on, and you're good to go. Also, the 16s are in there as well. So if you want to glam up on the weekend or vacation, whatever you want to do, you can do that as well. I have 26 sets in here. They last about 6 months, 2 different styles, 3 different sizes, glue, sealant, and tweezers. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is that if I had the opportunity and guidance, I'd be able to fulfill this regulation and be able to put it in a store where military women would be able to buy that and wouldn't have to worry about getting in trouble and buying something that wasn't in regulation. And I'm Lori Marlowe, and my business is for fashion, beauty, and wellness. Right now, I'm focused on the lashes. I have been working on it for about a year, and they're here for sale. I did get in my community of Portsmouth, I got best lashes for 2024.
And that is
And
time.
Okay, thank you. If you want to unshare your screen, and then we'll get ready for some judge questions. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, we're going to start with Carlton this time.
Thanks for the presentation, Lori. Having served in the military myself a long time ago, not that I would use the product, but I think it is a very unique issue, and I had never thought about it until you just brought it up today. So, a very good presentation in that regards. What I'm curious about, are you just looking at selling the lashes, or are you also trying to provide services to the women? Because I know that there are also services that will help women with lashes, etc. But this is not a space I'm not familiar with. So any additional context you can give me, I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, and Hunter?
I am not your target market, so I think I'm just trying to understand is every female in uniform in the military a customer? What percentage of that group is kind of along that ideal customer? A little bit more specifics into that ideal customer would be appreciated. Thank you.
And Amber?
Lori, I love this idea. And have you thought of, I might be your target market, although I'm not in the military. But I will talk to you later about lashes. Have you looked at potentially getting a contract instead of having a military contract with Nexcom and their retail side? Because there's already regulations. So is there a way for you to come in, obviously through the military retail side, but on Nexcom and being able to sell through their retail stores?
Okay, and Tim will give you 2 minutes when you start answering.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yep, go ahead.
So I am a veteran and I retired in January 2025. So this is super exciting because I've been working on my lashes for a long time. But anyways, selling the lashes, my customer, I would say 60 to 70% of the customers. I mean, a lot of women, like you heard the last pitch, are very much into wellness, self-care, whatever makes them feel really good and not even have to worry about it. It's just so thoughtless. Providing services, yes, I do want to provide. I thought about lash parties. I thought about helping women. There's a lot of women that I talk about when I go to networking events, and they're just like, I love the lashes, but I don't know how to put them on. But it's super, super simple. I did help a couple of people over Zoom, and one of these women, they were very, very much older, and she was so worried about getting in her eye, and she did amazing, and it was like 5 minutes. So I know it can happen, whether it's in person or offline. The Nexcom retail, I just honestly don't know how to set that bridge. Like I've already done the work. I'm been in the military, but at the end of the day, the bridge is what's, I think, like hurting me. I think that's it. I know that you guys are not, I know the men are not my customer, but yeah, people just women want to feel good. Plus they serve, so they kind of want to feel like a woman again while they're serving. And I'm also in fashion, so I like to help uniform women outside of their uniform. That's all I got.
Awesome. That's time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So when the judges are finished, we're going to take a break. Let's plan to come back. We'll start with Taisha at 6:55. So if you want to come back a minute before that, and then we'll be ready to start right at 6:55. And judges, are you good? Carlton's good, Amber's good, Hunter's good. All right, we'll see you guys back at about 6:54, and we'll kick it off at 6:55. Well, it's 6:54. Are we all back? We're waiting on Hunter. No. Carlton's back, Amber's back, Hunter's back, and Taisha's not back yet. Taisha's back. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, I think we're all ready to go. So
Alrighty.
Tim, are you ready
Carlton,
to?
can you say something?
What's that?
Yeah, testing. Can you hear me?
Who is that?
This is Carlton. I thought
Yeah,
you
we
asked
can
me to
hear
say
you.
something.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so Taisha's ready. So if you guys are ready, we'll get started. So Taisha, if you want to share your screen. Oh, Tim is asking us to hang on for 1 second.
Gary, hang
Okay.
tight.
Yep.
Gary, you can hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you. If you can hear Tim, go like this. Everybody can hear Tim. Oh, I am the host now. Am I also the timer? Okay, well, I'll put my timer thing up. I will now be the timer, I guess, as well. So, we put on 3 minutes. Taisha, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
You can go ahead and share your screen, and I'll play timer until Tim is back with us. And you want to put it in presentation mode?
Oh.
Taisha, we lost you. Are you going to share your screen?
Did my screen stop sharing?
Yeah, stop sharing. Yep.
All right, let's try this again. What about now?
It's almost there. It's trying. It's trying. The squirrels are running very fast. It looks like it's trying to do it, and it's just a black screen.
Here's my
There you
presentation.
go. Now it's on.
Good?
Yep, we're good. As long as you're ready to go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, please welcome Taisha Marlowe from Security Scholars.
Thank you. Yep, I am with Security Scholars, a training and consulting firm here in Virginia Beach. And we are going to be talking about the startup struggle. And this guy is clearly struggling. We all going to pray for him tonight. But the startup struggle is real. And that's what brings me here. And, you know, unfortunately, on average, the micro and small businesses are half gone by 5 years. And that leaves only one of three reaching a 10-year mark. And some major contributors to that are the massive holes and numerous small leaks that are found, primarily in the operations of these businesses. So here's me and my team. Shonda is a very new teammate of mine. She believes in what I'm doing so much. She has came on as the Director of Strategic Partnerships and Community Engagement to help me push and facilitate this agenda with startups. So how do I solve this problem of so many businesses closing? Well, we contribute through a framework that I have developed. And it is truly the lifeline that I have found to be for these small businesses. And we help plug and patch those holes with our new proprietary framework that we've developed. And I put a few here, some communication, execution, and systems. These are really at the core of our framework and really have helped transform some businesses that we've worked with. Our solution entails, like I said, it's a simple structured framework that strengthens the business operations of these startups. And it's across these 5 pillars that I focus on: the communication, accessibility, resources, execution, and systems. And I call this CARES. And there's a plus that I've put at the end of that because I truly want to I don't want to forget about the excellence and the equity that's also important when operating any business. We provide the framework also will be paired with practical tools and consulting tailored for these nano and micro businesses and provides clarity so they can make decisions, hands-on support, and really a focus on sustainable growth because we would love that in our Hampton Roads. So I'm a consulting firm, but Hampton Roads working with small businesses and startups here have really influenced me creating this framework and having a partnership with pre-accelerators like The Surge, with Black Brand and Startup Accelerator, B-Force with Black Brand, working with some of their clients have really helped me find and identify these holes and develop this framework that helps fill in these gaps. And this is just a testimony here. Our ask is this grant would really help support what I have created called the Access to Capital Strategic Plan to help safeguard this intellectual property so I can continue to build out and build a small research and development team with my new founding partner.
And that's time.
Improve our experience.
Yeah, and that's time. So if you want to unshare your screen.
Okay.
So we start this time. You ready for some questions?
I'm ready.
We'll start with Hunter.
Do you have any numbers to showcase your model works?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to pull up my strategic plan. So I had some numbers. I submitted that to the Virginia Beach for their the reimbursement grant that they have put out this year. And I was actually able to win that, which is a $10,000 reimbursement grant. And it is because of those numbers in the forecasted work that we have planned to do.
I think you want to collect all the
Oh,
questions.
I'm sorry. I'm collecting all the questions.
Yeah, so that was Hunter's question. And
sorry, Hunter. I was excited to answer your question, man.
Yeah, Amber's next.
Yeah, Taisha, I know as someone who also works with early stage founders, figuring out how to get paid can be really challenging. So do you have some one-to-many or B2B options in terms of your pricing structure that would allow you to get paid, because we need you to pay your bills, but also to be able to scale your business?
And Carlton.
Yeah, sorry, Taisha. For some reason, your screen just stayed on the main screen for me, so I didn't see any of your slide presentation. But if you wouldn't mind, just I heard you mention something about intellectual property that I think you use to help these businesses scale. If you can just talk a little bit more about that for me, so I can understand more about the context of what services you provide. Again, I apologize for that. For some reason, it just froze up and didn't get beyond the first screen.
Yep. Okay, so Tim's going to give you 2 minutes to answer those questions when you're ready.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, we're going to move on. Ready?
We can move on. Yep. I just had to make sure I got everything. All right, I'm ready. So, yeah, Hunter, I was really excited to answer your question. I was trying to pull up the numbers, but right now, what we have been able to do with some of the local accelerator programs, we're operating similar to like what Amber is saying. at a lower capacity than what we want to. So right now we're handling about 4 clients a quarter. And with the purpose of this Access to Capital project is really so we can improve that to increase that to 7 clients a quarter, which will total about 26 clients a year outside of the additional programs and stuff that I'm supporting to be able to obtain more research so I can really put that into the framework and the R&D part. And that will increase our revenue by 68%, simply just being able to add that, because it's been really tough working with accelerated programs and working at a discounted rate because most of them are nonprofits. So that kind of rolls into Carlton's about numbers, and Amber, you're scaling. Well, in order, this is like a long-term project. You know, this money would really help add to building the initial platform for my proprietary information, which is my framework and everything that's related to it. So all of its components, the directory that I built with this framework, the online portal that I'm building with this framework. There's a lot of it that I don't want to just market out in mass way until I'm able to protect it better. But I've been using all of my clients and some of these partnerships to already strategically do the research and you know, have some what do you call it, you know, I need to be able to show proof that it's actually working, right? And that's what I've been doing.
It is time.
And that's what the money would help with.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mhm.
We'll wait for the thumbs up. Philip, are you ready to go next? Carlton's
Yes.
good. Amber's good. Hunter's good. And Philip, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Cool. You go ahead and share your screen. And
Can you see it?
we can see the screen. Yep. And I think we see your presentation. So please welcome Philip Zettel from Cups and Claws Cat Lounge.
Hey guys, I am so overjoyed to be here today, especially after surviving the traffic in Hampton Roads coming through the bridge tunnel. Immediately hit that wall of rain and I survived. But you may be wondering, why is this guy so happy after all that? And my secret is Cups and Claws Cat Lounge, Newport News' premier destination for relaxation, feline therapy, and delicious snacks. Imagine, stepping into a bright, colorful, welcoming space, sometimes a third space for some of our regulars, with a gentle murmur of conversation and relaxation. Oh, and the 40 adorable adoptable cats everywhere, walls, ceiling, floors, under furniture. At Cups and Claws, we've created a unique haven where our guests of all ages, from infant to 110, are welcome, and they all come in as a community, and we've watched it happen many times. The biggest thing we learned when we started was the customers were putting their phone down, no matter what age, and paying attention to the people and the world that was happening around them, and they actually started enjoying it. That's why we kept getting repeat customers, and we've lasted 3 years so far. But we're more than just a cafe. Cups and Claws partners with multiple animal rescues. Every single cat you see lounging, playing, and charming our guests is available for adoption. We provided a cage-free environment for these wonderful animals, giving them a higher chance of finding their forever homes through socialization after seeing about 800 people a month. Additionally,
Did my screen
There
freeze,
isn't.
or is everyone else seeing the same
I think
thing?
it might be.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
We
I
can
think it
hang
was
it.
their screen.
I paused the timer. Just Gary, if you're not aware, there's and thunder and lightning and storms here.
Yes,
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
really
four
bad.
this afternoon.
And he got totally disconnected. So, okay.
We'll move on. We'll move right on to the next one, and then if he
Yep.
comes back, then
And we'll let him start in the middle. Okay. Matt, are you ready, Matt?
I am ready.
You are next. So judges, hold on Philip, and we'll come back to him when he reappears. And we're now going to go to Matt Eschnauer as soon as his screen's up.
Can you see me?
Yeah, is that the presentation or just a screen?
It should be a presentation.
Okay, perfect. All right, everybody, please welcome Matt Eschnauer from the Gentleman Florist.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you for your time and this opportunity. So my name is Matt Eschnauer. I am the Gentleman Florist, and we're the only 5-star rated florist in Chesapeake. Now, for my fact checkers out there, you will see that there is one other Ion Florist in South Norfolk, so that doesn't count. Now, when I moved here to Chesapeake 14 years ago, I found that there was a lack of quality in the floral products or in the customer service. You could either get one from one florist or one from another, and you never two shall the meet. And then when I moved into the Great Bridge area, there's a lack of florists in this area, and there's a booming market for it as the area continues to grow. And as you look south of where I'm at to Moyock, there's an even larger market that is growing up there as that community continues to grow. And so the solution that I have that I'm looking for is to expand from my garage where I'm at right now as a side business into a full tail retail front, both in the Great Bridge area and the Moyock area. And what really distinguishes us is twofold. We are fully invested in the hospitality economy. So part of that includes our cradle to grave services. So we have serviced birth announcements, women at the hospitals just giving birth. We've done funerals, we've done weddings, first communions, and every life event in between. And all of that is done through service and quality. We also do, to ensure regular steady income, we do have a monthly subscription service. But all of that is centered in our systems. So as a veteran of the Navy, military planner, I brought all of those skill sets with me into the business. And so that includes, providing a training program. What is your quality maintenance program? Getting people to grow into new positions with an apprenticeship program. Just started with working on my financial systems and my customer outreach. And then one of the cornerstones of that is what is my relationship with my suppliers and my wholesalers. And so a lot of those guys I have face-to-face interactions with between myself and those who help me. So about us, we are dedicated to elegance, service, and quality. I call it the Esquire model. And as we established in January 2022 to give people that level of service, quality, and elegance through floral arrangements. And as I said, for us, it's really about providing for each of life's moments to the highest extent possible. Our market.
Time.
Okay, thank you. If you want to unshare your screen and get ready for some questions. Philip, we're going to come before we start the questions for Matt. Philip, we're going to come back after the questions are finished for Matt, and we're going to restart you from the beginning.
Thank you.
Since you were
I can't help lightning.
a victim of the storm. So just
Yes.
hang tight, and then we'll finish with Matt's portion of this, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, so Matt, you got something to capture some questions from the judges? Good. We're going to start with Carlton this time.
Yeah, Matthew, thanks for the presentation. Very, very unique because I rarely see men in this business. So it's good to see someone with a 5-star rating, even at that. So congratulations for maintaining that level of service. I understand you wanted to use the money to expand the business. You're currently in your garage. Can you just talk a little bit more about what you plan to do over the next, 3 to 5 years with your business and from a growth perspective? I'm really interested in your approach there.
And Hunter's next.
Would love to understand a little bit more about if you're making money now and kind of your annual trends in terms of total revenue.
Okay.
And Amber.
Yeah, Matt, I love this idea. My question for you is your goal to scale in terms of like, do you want to franchise? Do you want to grow outside of this area? Or do you just want to be a really strong kind of local, regional, small business that does really well and you're kind of the go-to guy for this kind of stuff?
Thank you.
So Tim will give you 2 minutes when you start answering.
Okay. So, Carlton, to your first point, being a man in this profession, yeah, it's current statistics show that only about 27% of florists are in this industry are men, and I comprise an even smaller set of that, and being a veteran and all that. But so my plan to scale for growth. So I've been working with my accountant to look at where our cash flow is at. The P&L statements, and where we can leverage different financial opportunities to be able to get into a retail front. I just had to pass on an opportunity to acquire another florist recently out in the Virginia Beach area. But part of that is because the trying to build up stronger financials to be able to secure that financing. Which lends into the money trend. So my first year of business, I actually started with $100 and I ended up doing $6,500 worth of sales. The second year, I scaled that up to $16,000 worth of sales. And then last year, I was at $22,000 worth of sales. And all of that is word of mouth marketing from Google business reviews, Instagram, Facebook, on there. And so my goal in the scalability of this, so right now I'm focused on opening up a couple of shops for the regional area. But in the last micro pitch competition, I had a chance to kind of sit down with one of the judges and he kind of mentored me. And if you look at your systems, that is a market in and of itself outside of the floral business that you're building. And so that's one of the things that's kind of sitting in the queue of once I can get firmly on my feet, how do I instantiate those systems so that I can turn around into a floral academy to where people can plug and play that system into their local market.
That's time.
Okay, thank you. Wait to see how the judges are doing. When they're cleared, we're going to go back to Philip. So Philip, are you ready? Don't do anything yet, but just be poised and ready to go. And once I get thumbs up from the judges off of Matt's questions, then we'll go. Carlton's good, Hunter's good, Amber's good. Okay, so go ahead, Philip, you can re-share and we'll just start you over.
All right. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Do you want to go back? There you go. And please welcome Philip Zettel from Cups and Claws Cat Lounge.
Hey guys, thanks for the second opportunity. I'm telling you what, if I didn't have bad luck, there'd be no good luck at all, or no luck at all, whatever. But you guys already know the cat's out of the bag. My secret is Cups and Claws Cat Lounge. Here in Newport News, we are a bright, colorful place. The kitten on the bottom with one eye, we get them from, sometimes the rescue finds them on the streets. Sometimes the rescue gets them from shelters, or they're just being surrendered by an owner. Each of our cats has their own story. So we are more than just a cat cafe or just a cafe. We partner with multiple rescues around the region, some in North Carolina, some in South Carolina as well, even Puerto Rico. Every cat you see is adoptable. They never go back in a cage while they're at our facility, and they get the best medical care ever available for a cat because they're getting checked on twice a day, fed twice a day, and they are happy. It's good. It has proven to drop numbers, euthanasia numbers at PRAWS, Peninsula Regional Animal Shelter, by our rescues pulling from them, and then we are a foster home to the rescue. Of course, anytime you pet a cat, you feel there is some endorphins released. You actually feel better. And having served 26 years in the Navy, I know that when I come in here and pet a cat, everything's going to be great, and I'm so much happy. This is where I left you guys off with is our adoption number is 878 adoptions since 2022. We've had over 10,000 guests in that time frame and are still going strong. So here's our plan, our 10x multiplier with our KPIs. So our KPIs are in 3 buckets: cats, community, and coffee. We're gonna get quantitative measures out of the number of adoptions, cost of health and wellness. For community, it's social media clicks. We are huge on Facebook and Google. We got great reviews. On the left, you see 2 crazy cat ladies. They are Insta famous. They traveled from Las Vegas all the way out here to visit our cat cafe before we opened, and they christened it for us. It was an awesome time. And then on the bottom is Cat Daddy. You may have seen him on a show where he travels around with a guitar case and plays with cats. I got to meet that man. He is a very passionate man about the mission that people are trying to do behind cats. We're not all just crazy cat people. So what we're seeking for is investors, advisors, community partnerships, volunteers, sponsors, to our already growing list of partners, as you can see on the screen. We believe Cups and Claws has the potential to be a beloved local gem that has a positive impact on our community and establishes.
That is time.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you want to unshare your screen and get ready for some questions, are you ready?
Let me get my pencil. And yes.
We're going to start with Amber.
Hey, Philip, I am not your target market on this, so I'm going to acknowledge that because my cat attacked me when I was in the 11th grade in the middle of the night. But the one question I do have, I do acknowledge the fact that there is a huge market for this. The one question I do have is in terms of like just if you've got food and that many animals in the same spot, are there any things that we should pay attention to on that, or are there any kind of FDA type of regulations that you are dealing with or need to have or do have around that?
Okay, next, Carlton.
Yeah, very interesting concept there, Philip. I want to talk a little bit more about the revenue model. I know that you say that outside of, well, your customers are paying to spend time with the cats, I think was one of your revenue models. Are there other revenue sources that you have and that I may have missed? And if so, what are they?
And Hunter.
Philip, a lot of questions for you. I have a high school classmate of mine that has 2 cat cafes in Charleston, and I know that from a health department and regulatory standpoint, lots of red tape continues to be added to that. Would also love to understand, to Carlton's point, the mix between the food and beverage sales to other ways that you make money on this concept.
Okay, and Tim will give you 2 minutes when you start answering.
All right. So all these are great questions, and sadly, I've answered them multiple times because they are common questions. The big one is always, how do you get around the health department when you have 40 cats in the building and you're serving food? Virginia has some great laws that we're following. We partner with the health department. We've partnered with the city of Newport News, specifically NIOCA and where's she at? Codes, I believe, and compliance. But they've helped us figure out how to get through it, and we're still working with them. That's why we're looking at the ABC license. Food sales are attached to that. So we're getting there to the point where we move locations to a place where the kitchen was in front of the building and not the back, so food didn't have to travel through. So we have 2 separate places. Our other revenue sources are we sell T-shirts with cats on them. I'm wearing one today, you know. the cat life didn't choose me. I chose the cat life. I don't always read them, but I wear a lot of cat stuff everywhere I go. And then I think I've answered them all, but there's unlimited potential for revenue here. With half an acre, we can keep expanding. We can put outdoor facilities for people to just hang out in a garden aspect, which is something we're working on. The catio we're going to build is actually a 800 square foot catio where you can just walk out. And honestly, Amber, I know you got attacked by a cat, but if you come by, we will help you with cat psychology and help you understand why that cat attacked you. I guarantee it had to do with the litter box or food every time. But I tell you what, if you come to our lounge, you will meet the most sociable cats ever. I'm telling you, they get pet nonstop. We have seen feral cats that are scared and in a corner. And if you give them time and enough love, they will come out and be adopted. Everyone has. Thank you.
Perfect. Just for the record, it was in the middle of the night, and all of my best friends are cat people, and I'm not. So
that's the only time it can happen.
I know
Thanks,
I can
guys.
acknowledge a good business idea and also know I'm not the target market.
Okay, so thanks, Philip. We'll wait for the thumbs up from the judges, and then Carol, are you ready to go? So Hunter's good, Carlton's good, and Amber's good, and Carol, are you good? You can go ahead and share your screen. Make sure you unmute. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, everybody, please welcome Carol Ellison from TWR Cafe, the writing room.
Martin Lawrence once said, if you want to change the world, pick up your pen and write. Life has a way of blindsiding us when we least expect it. Imagine a newlywed couple less than a year into their marriage when the husband is diagnosed with an aggressive cancer, so severe that his radiation treatment is implanted in his body, making him radioactive. This was my reality in 2002. I found myself navigating an unimaginable journey, advocating for his treatment, managing our emotions and relationship, and trying to survive. In the midst of chaos, my pen became my lifeline. I wrote my way through the uncertainty by documenting strategies, organizing thoughts, and ultimately building tools that transform survival into success. From that experience, TWR Cafe, the writing room, was born. More than a coaching business, it's a self-help hub that leverages the power of writing to guide individuals through life setbacks. TWR Cafe stands apart by merging coaching and personal writing into intentional method for transformation. We're not a therapy substitute, nor just a journaling platform. We're a guided self-help online platform that leverages the therapeutic benefits of writing in a practical, results-driven format. Unlike traditional coaching models that offer one-size-fits-all solutions, we provide vetted coaching services tailored to personal growth and transformation, custom writing resources, including workbooks, worksheets, and guided journals, and technology-driven solutions like digital planners and interactive courses. Our plan is to corner 42% of women in the Hampton Roads market within the next 3 to 5 years to reach our projected financial goals and expand our impact in the self-help industry. Studies have shown that journaling practices can positively impact various outcomes, including a sense of fulfillment, goal attainment, and even some aspects of physical health, especially during the mental impact from the COVID pandemic. This research reinforces the foundation of TWR Cafe, which was launched to empower individuals through the transformative power of writing. Our impact speaks for itself. 2 former clients, now thriving entrepreneurs who now serve on our advisory board. This year, we're launching a new website to streamline our services and expand our digital offerings. By 2027, we will launch TWR Cafe Academy, an online learning platform bringing personal transformation to a broader audience. I am Coach Carol, and I help you negotiate your reality on paper to empower you to win from within by making
And
your
that
pen your
is
friend.
time.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and unshare your screen. Are you ready for some questions?
Yes.
We're gonna start with Hunter.
Thanks for your presentation, Carol. My question is, how do you plan to reach the 42% of folks in Hampton Roads?
And Amber?
Fantastic presentation, Carol. Thank you so much. What is the desire for growth? It sounds like you've got an incredible idea. You've got some traction. So what would either investment or this type of win allow you to do?
And Carlton.
Yeah, this has been a very, very good presentation, Carol. You just got my wheels turning on the different ways that you offer your services. I'm curious as to how many people have participated in your services so far, and to Hunter's point, how are you marketing those services to your target market?
So Tim will give you 2 minutes as soon as you start answering.
Okay, so how do I expand or get clients? One is through education and also community collaborations is a lot of opportunities that I use to build my clientele. I also am the City of Hampton Black Brand Ambassador, which allows me to establish a lot of partnerships in the community and do workshops that allow people to understand the power of writing and journaling. With an investment, it will allow me to build a more robust learning platform online through e-commerce, where my platform would be automated. Currently, I'm doing all of the work myself as far as the automation. And if I could have that done through the system, through a more robust system, it will allow me to free up a lot of my time with community engagement. Yes.
All right, that's time.
Okay, thank you. Wait for the thumbs up from the judges. Keenan, are you ready? Judges are ready. Are you ready?
Yep.
You want to go ahead and share your screen?
Okay, let's see. Bam, bam. All right, I think I'm good.
Tell me when you're ready.
All right, let's do it.
Do it? Okay. Everybody, please welcome Keenan Smith from MetaClick.
As I talk to business owners today and ask them what their AI strategy is, the response is pretty consistent. They know that they should have or should integrate AI into their business. They just don't know how. And this is pretty reminiscent of the early 2010s. If you would have asked a small business owner back then what their social media strategy was, they probably would have told you they know that they should have one. They just don't know how to grow their business on social media. And actually, most small businesses probably missed out on visibility for their business and new customers because of that. In many cases, small businesses aren't using it and it's costing them a lot. We know that AI is having a major impact on small business growth today. Today, the SBA has shown data that says small businesses that incorporate AI increase their revenue by about 12%. 77% of small businesses report feeling like they can compete with larger businesses in their industry because with the help of AI. So I'm really, really passionate about helping small businesses not miss out on the same wave of opportunity that came with social media. I feel like businesses don't adopt AI today because it feels like it's either too technical, too complicated, or too intimidating, which is why me and my co-founder created MetaClick to help AI become more accessible for small businesses. MetaClick provides an AI assistant that learns from your business from the ground up. Once you go through our simple onboarding process, it builds a basic fundamental understanding of your business. And on top of that, we layer AI agents so that you can deploy them to operate for your business. So what does that look like? Imagine with one of the companies in the early 2010s, if they had a MetaClick AI agent, the agent would be able to identify a problem, create a social media campaign around that problem for the users, and then increase their visibility and increase their potential customers. Another opportunity here is if small businesses can use that AI agent to look through their POS system, identify what the most popular items they're selling are, and then create a high converting email marketing campaign all on its own and generate more customers and drive sales for your business. This is what a MetaClick AI assistant can do. Currently, we're in a beta research phase, and it's a small group, but once we get out of this, there's 800 retail and restaurant businesses that have from 1 to 9 employees that we're looking to work with. With our current beta research company, though, we have 2 businesses that are generating revenue in Richmond and Durham, North Carolina, that are excited to partner with us. And we're excited to use our AI to help us and help them drive their business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just that time.
Unshare your screen for us. And then you ready for some questions?
In the words of SpongeBob SquarePants, I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to start with Amber this time.
That was perfect, Keenan. I love it. Hey, real quick for whoever's running the spreadsheet, this one and the next one have X'd out on mine. I've still filled it in, but they
I'll take a look, Amber.
Okay. Keenan, with AI technology that is coming on board, what differentiates you from other AI technologies specifically?
And Carlton is next.
Yeah, so this actually speaks to my heart. I've actually been in IT for 35 years, and I am an avid AI user, AI developer. And I looked at your website, and I know what tool you're using to develop that site. So you're getting it at a great time, Keenan, because many businesses don't realize just how much AI can help change and grow small businesses to have a large presence. So my question is, I know that you're in the beta stage of your business. I'm just really interested in more. I know what your target audience is, but more about how you plan to acquire businesses to market your services to.
And Hunter.
I think similar to the other judges, what's your unfair advantage? What makes you more unique than the other options in the market that can do similar things than what you're talking about, Keenan?
And Tim will give you 2 minutes as soon as you start answering the question.
Cool. Thank you for the question. All right, I am ready, Tim. Okay, so Amber, the question about what differentiates us from other AI tech. Every business owner that you talk to knows about ChatGPT. They know that they can go to ChatGPT and generate emails. What we're trying to focus on uniquely is creating a knowledge repository for your business, the AI agent that knows everything about your business. And then when we build agentic use cases on top of that, it already has context. So you don't have to go to ChatGPT and ask it a question and then go to Anthropic Claude, which is another tool use system in order to execute whatever things you want to do on the internet. So that's one of the differentiators for us. Carlton, you asked, how do you plan to acquire businesses to your market? In our market, what's really interesting about our experience so far, even in this research phase that we're in, is small businesses want to use AI, but they prefer a high touch as opposed to high tech approach. And what I mean by that is, I get so much engagement from going and shaking someone's hand and saying, this is how you can use AI, and we'll help you through our onboarding system, guide you through that so you can get X results. And Hunter, to your question, what is your unfair advantage? And that other people can do the same thing. One of the things that we want to focus on is being not technical. So if you understand the AI agent space now, there's platforms like M8N and Make.com and Gumloop that requires you to have some coding background in order to create agents. We want to allow our users to just use natural conversational language in order to get the agents to act on whatever task you need them to execute. I'm sorry. Ask whatever task you need them to execute. We are in a beta phase right now. We do have 2 businesses that are generating revenue helping us, so that we can make sure we're measuring the right things. We can make sure that we're building the right tool uses.
And that is time.
Okay, thank you. So we'll just wait for the judges. And they're all good. All right, judges, we are, you find the link at the bottom of however it's sent to you, but you have a link to go to the deliberation room. So we will see you when you come back. We are banishing you to the away room. There should be a Zoom link for you to go to.
Yeah. Is it in the chat? I haven't seen it yet.
Tim, do you know where it is?
Zach's pushing it.
It's in your chat, Carlton.
Okay. All right, I'm not seeing it yet.
I resent it.
Thank you.
It's in your chat in this Zoom call.
Yeah, I'm looking in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, I think I got it.
So Amber has found her way there. Hunter has found his way.
Yep.
Are you good? See you later. Okay. There you go, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for playing.
Man, that was a dicey evening so far. That was really, really storming. It was yeah, lots of thunder, lots of lightning, heavy rain for recording. So a lot of
I think that lightning hit my car outside, so I might be walking home.
Aye. Well, we're to the last bit. When we're gonna one thing that we're gonna do before we announce the winners, we will do a group photo. Then once the winners are announced, the 3 winners, if you can stay on, we're gonna also do some pictures so that we can do the graphic when we push out the press release tomorrow, and market the winners, as opposed to trying to go into the dark web and find pictures of you all to announce the winners. So just hang tight.
Lori, I had an idea for you. I thought you could maybe do men's mustaches. We can have so many different kinds of them. I know when I was a younger man and had mustaches, I had many different styles. Actually had a handlebar one at one point. You could do fake mustaches.
Some handlebars, yeah, some perfect handlebars, right?
Exactly, because nobody would suspect they weren't real.
I'm gonna need to see pictures of this, Gary.
I don't know if handlebar mustaches are in regs though.
They are a real thing.
But hey, Lori, along those lines, I'm not sure if you're aware, there's a 501c3 called Pinups for Vets, and that's their market is they have pinup ambassadors who are veteran ladies who are trying to embrace their femininity post-service, and that might be an organization that you might be able to partner with to as you kind of grow that market.
Oh, thank you. You said pinup what?
Pinups for Vets. And so their primary mission is to raise funds to be able to provide rehab equipment to the VA hospitals. And they do it through a yearly calendar that features 12 veteran ladies. And again, that side part of that business is helping veterans embrace their femininity post-service.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. So as we push forward, this is micro pitch 2. So typically we'll take the summer off because it's really tough to compete with summer vacations and whatnot. We will have an information webinar for those that are interested on June 6th at noon. We'll start publishing that out here shortly. Meet the resources. We will do that on July 11th. So what we do there is we are going to flip the script. Rather than you all pitching to judges, we are going to have resource providers and supporters of entrepreneurship pitch to you all so that we can learn about all the different support mechanisms that and places for people to go to help entrepreneurs along their journey. So that is Meet the Resources on July 11th. And we're going to jump back into the pitching. Micro Pitch 3 will take place September 17th. 2 weeks prior to that will be Pitch Perfect 3 on September 3rd. And then we'll round up Pitch Perfect 4 on September 24th and the final micro pitch on October 8th. That'll round out the top 12. So if you don't make the top 3 this time, I encourage you to jump back on the horse, so to speak, and give it another go at micro pitch number 3. Another exciting date that we hope to see you all at is on August 21st. We are going to be hosting the Startup World Cup again. So we are scouring the entire state of Virginia to find 100 startups to apply, and then that will get narrowed down to 10. Then on one stage, on one evening, we'll have the top 10 startups compete for the regional title, and then they will go on and to San Francisco and compete against the rest of the world. We do this for Virginia, but the parent organization, founding organization is Pegasus Tech Ventures. So we'd love to see you on August 21st in Virginia Beach at the Sadler Center. We did it last year. Some of you were in attendance. Some of you were even on stage. We had 300. The capacity last year was 300 people. This year at the Sadler Center, much bigger venue. We want to fill 1,000 seats, so we need everyone's help to help spread the word, apply, attend. So of the 1,000 people that we will fill, it'll be a great mix of entrepreneurs and other founders. There will be investors that will be there, and then other service providers and supporters of entrepreneurship as well. It will be the biggest entrepreneurial event in Virginia. So please make it a point to attend. That is August 21st. And you will see us marketing that over and over and over and over again until the event itself. So super exciting. One of the big missions that we have here at Innovate Hampton Roads is to put us on the map so that we can attract outside capital and we can make things easier for you all as you move through your entrepreneurial journey. So this is one sign that we're doing the right things, we're attracting the right attention, and I know that we will have people traveling in from all over the United States to see everybody that participates as far as the top 10 goes. We have super big shoes to fill. Last year, our winner was Ivy Watch. They went on to win 3rd place in the entire world. So it was a big event last year, and we are going to make it bigger and better this year. Any of you all have any questions for us as we wait for the judges to do their thing?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Right. We got our stickers in today. I just want somebody to look at them and tell me what you guys think. So, would you guys buy this?
Oh, I'm out.
No.
Yeah, I'm
See,
saying
I get mixed reviews, and that's not my idea. That was my wife's idea. So we play on words, and we get mixed reviews uh, with I guess gray area we're in. But
you might sell a handful of them at the nasty bar down by Fort Eustis.
I've never been
That's
down there.
that's using a lot of gray area. Would be
Yeah, that's JB's, something
I
like
think it's
that.
spot on to your target audience though. And I see bumper stickers that make me clutch my pearls. This made me clutch my
Yeah.
pearls early. So I think you're on to something, for the pussy pals of the world. Just
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, and this may sound random, but that would also be a huge hit in the LGBTQ community.
Yes.
Very risque in that sense. So even if they don't have cats, or even if they don't like cats, they would still purchase that.
Right. We were selling a shirt that had a cat freaking out, and it says "lesbians eat what?" And we sold out of them to couples like that, and I was shocked. I
What I'm
thought it
saying.
was going to be offensive, and they
I'll just
embraced
say
it.
this,
and-
Philip, Pride is coming. So that merchandise could be easily gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Target, they out. So
Yeah.
got a whole
Wow.
lot of space you can.
Okay.
Tim, I got a question. What's the difference between the two pitch? One is the one that's going over to San Francisco, and then the other one is our micro pitch that grows into a macro pitch. Wait, if you put it in the email and I missed it, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So like right here, this is your idea validation platform. So before anyone maxes out credit cards and quits jobs and takes out mortgages on their homes, we want to validate your idea so that you all can prove that, yep, this is super early and this is something that is worth pursuing. So this is like the very, very first step of the process. And then for the World Cup itself, that is like the big guns that are competing. Like these people have raised multiple millions of dollars in funding. I think the overall winner, they go figure, right? They were from Silicon Valley, and like they raised nine figures of capital. So a couple $100 million is what they raised. So that's it's a great question because we do a lot of educating from that standpoint because people are like, oh no, last year with IV Watch or Drone Up all on the stage, people are like, how am I going to compete against that? And it's like, well, this is a whole different category of companies that are pitching. Like this really is we are putting our best companies out there for everyone to see.
So
you all, I'm sorry.
This is like the feeder to that. This is like
Yeah.
your mentorship program. Gotcha.
Yep. So hopefully someday, you all are working towards that. You're the next generation of people going through the process. Super, super cool to watch everybody progress.
Hey, Tim, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I can't for the life of me remember what event was it where you bought Jason Calacanis to talk?
That was Start Peninsula.
Okay. I didn't know if it was
that was one of the last in-person ones, wasn't it?
I think it might have been. I think there was one the year after that as well. He was 18. So very interesting. Jason's podcast is This Week in Startups. If you listen to Friday's episode, like 2 days, 3 days ago, Friday, last week, one of the companies on the show was from that Start Peninsula and is now going through Jason's accelerator. So who would have thunk? I'm listening to the show. I know they introduced Where to Wheel. I knew they were going through the accelerator, and then he asked the question, how did you first find out about us, and well, you were at Star Peninsula in Virginia, and we pitched that night. And we've been following you ever since, and now we're here. So just go to show 7 years later that bringing Jason here is still proving value and bearing fruit. Yeah, so I think from Jason, I think that they received like 25,000, then another 150,000. I don't know. So I mean, they've done well, and we'll be graduating that accelerator soon.
Hey, Tim or Gary, are you guys going to will you have kind of like, I guess, print media for your events coming up because we would put them up here and, because we know we'll get that email. I didn't know if there would be any print media or anything like that, or even a electronic version where we can print it.
Yeah, we'll definitely make sure that we get it your way for sure.
Thanks.
Wow,
Tim,
I
you
wouldn't
just sent the rain down my way.
Oh, really?
I'm down in South Chesapeake, and it just started the thunder and lightning and the downpour.
I'm glad. Boy, I actually took a screenshot and sent it to Zach. I was like, hey man, record on your end, because if I go down, we're gonna have to merge our two recordings together. Just send him a screenshot of what the radar looked like up here. I'm surprised the judges are taking so long.
That's good. That means it was hard.
We had, speaking of rain, so where I live, it rained for the past 3 days. And somebody, I was at a meeting yesterday, and they pulled up the rain, the height of the river here from the Hurricane Helene. I live in the mountains in North Carolina, in Boone, and we were pretty much devastated from the rain. And he was looking at the chart, and the chart for Helene, the rain was here, and the chart for the rain for the last 3 days was here. And the rest of the rain over the whole year is down here. So everybody was kind of nail biting yesterday that the flooding was going to happen again, like it did at the end of September. But it's all clear now. So I think we sent the rain your way. So you have it. And we don't have it now. But yeah, it's kind of spooky.
Yeah, I do travel to and from Blacksburg to pick up for my son, and it was fun driving yesterday.
Oh, in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I'm curious to know where everybody is based out of.
Everyone's in the 757. That's a requirement.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what city? What city, if they could put it in the chat?
Virginia Beach.
Fort Smith.
My production's in Hampton.
I'm also in Hampton.
And we're in Newport News on Jefferson, the best street in Newport News.
And Matt's in Chesapeake, right?
I'm in Hampton too.
Great Bridge, Chesapeake.
I'm in the Western Branch, Chesapeake, so the other side.
Chesapeake is a big place, as is Suffolk. It's like, man, you can be in Suffolk at the modern Merrimack and be in Suffolk and dang near North Carolina, man. It's like, what people are like, oh, you want to meet in Suffolk? It's like, you better define and where in Suffolk or where in Chesapeake you want to meet. It's just crazy.
That's the same as Newport News, though. Isn't Newport News like 25 miles long or something crazy?
Yeah. It
Suffolk
is, yeah.
like one of the largest cities in the country in regards to land.
Is it really?
And we're very competitive. Now, people, hold on. But land, yeah, we're like top 10. I looked that up.
I know down here in Chesapeake, just south of so I'm in the Great Bridge area, just south of me in the Hickory region. They've actually put a mandate that to prevent developers from coming in that it's a 5-acre minimum plot.
Wow.
And that's why you see the jump from Great Bridge to Moyock for housing development.
Interesting.
The AI in this thing, in this Zoom call, it just asked me, it says, it sounds like you're not speaking English anymore. Would you like to switch your native language? I was like, no, I don't know. I mean, this is crazy. Right? It doesn't sound like you're speaking English now. Oh, okay.
It heard you say North Carolina. So
It heard me
for
say
slang on
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, North Kakalaki. Yeah, it thought that it's mountain people. So, yep,
There appears to still be black smoke coming from the Vatican.
that's
So
right. They're not cooking steaks. I think they're
I think that they're per usual, they are debating about number 3. They're 2/3 of the way complete.
Is that the report you have?
Yeah. Well, I sent something to Zach. Like, hey, what's going on? What are we doing?
Thanks for the update.
Yeah.
That's generally how it is. I've been on both sides as a judge and on this side, and typically that's the tough thing, coming up with the final position.
Mm.
And looking at the raw scores on the rubric, it is super close.
So Tim, I will take a moment to say thank you for recommending unreasonable hospitality
Oh,
in
good.
the last micro pitch. I finished it last week on Friday, and if you can't tell, I sprinkled a little bit of the concepts of that into my pitch this time, and but it was a great help, and a lot of parallels to what I had previously read in the Gold Standard.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
bought both of those.
But
I
it was
haven't
nice to
started
see
them
it
yet.
from a. But the nice thing for me was seeing it from 2 different industry perspectives. You know, the event planning space and then the restaurant space, and then thinking how I can apply it to my own.
I bought both of those books, but I haven't started them yet. I every year I pick one of the classics. So last year I read The Count of Monte Cristo, which was like 1,400 pages, and I loved it. And then I read The Three Musketeers, and now I'm reading The Man in the Iron Mask, and I just want to finish, and then I'll move on to other things. But that's my before bed reading and that kind of stuff. But I never read them in school, so to me they're I mean they're long and and tedious, but once you get used to Dumas' writing, you go, oh, okay, I get it, I understand. But those other 2 books you were talking about are on my list as yeah, as I finish that book. So
I think I would rather read St. Thomas's Summa Theologica than start Dumais.
then start what?
Then start Dumais.
Oh,
Any of
yeah,
them.
yeah. And to think that someone that was all in French originally, and someone had to translate it into English, and it's if whoever did it in the whatever the translation I'm reading is, it's probably as tedious in French when when it was original, and then somebody had to get the same flavor in English, and I'm like, I don't even know how you did that, but yeah. Yeah,
Well,
this is a lot of deliberation. This takes
there
long.
is a lot, and like I've got the bubbles showing up on from Zach that's been going on for a really long time. But while we were waiting, I do really want to thank our host locality, Hampton, Virginia, and Newport News, James City County, York County, City Williamsburg, and Pocosin. They are the ones that put the funding up to support this effort and for all the prizes and all. If it wasn't for them, then this program would not be possible. And we've been doing this for quite some time. We've seen a lot of success from companies. So really, really would like to thank them for their support in making all this possible. Did you get? I've got the results, Gary. So you should be.
Yeah, I don't have them.
I will send them to you. Typically, I don't know. This is the first time that I know something that Gary does not.
Oh.
All right, Amber is back. Carlton is back. Hunter is back. Looking for Zach.
We fired him. Sorry, Tim.
Unless I'm looking for like bruising. If there's any blood.
Don't worry about it.
You guys were in there for a minute. All right. Before we announce anything, this is we always take the picture now when everyone is smiling and there's still hope and promise. All right.
I have to fix my hair. Wait 1 second.
Oh,
Okay, I'm ready.
Fix your lashes, Gary.
Yeah,
One,
and my stash.
2, 3. All right, we'll take one more for good measure. Someone's always blinking. 1, 2, 3.
Take
All
one
right.
more. Take one more and tell everyone to look at their camera because some people are
Now
looking at their screen.
I will Photoshop. We'll figure something out. We got all those. All right. Judges, any comments that you would like to make?
Without giving away the results.
Without
Yeah,
any
I'll
reveals.
I can just say that, this was a challenging one from a judging perspective, but there were so many of the presentations that ranked along the same lines, it was hard to choose. And so we made sure that we spent the time to deliberate and to really talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the presentations. I would just say we applaud all of you for making the time and effort to join us tonight, and continue your journey, regardless of whatever the results are tonight. Just don't let this be the end of it. We think you have some great ideas, some things that can continue to improve and be moldable. But you're on the right track, and we encourage you to move forward.
Yeah, and I would just encourage you guys to like this was it was definitely challenging judging, but I have been so encouraged this evening listening to each and every one of you that you have all seemed to find and move in passion towards a gap that you have seen in the world. And this is hard and it feels hard because it is hard. And being a founder, as a founder myself, being a founder is really hard. I just want to encourage you that you're on something. It was not an idea that we heard tonight that we were like, that baby is ugly. Like, that's not a good idea. So, like this is, you guys are doing really good work. If there's anything I can do personally to support you and my company can do to support you, please reach out. I'm really honored to be a part of this, and I'm really honored to be in the presence of people that have such incredible vision and passion. And so thank you for letting me be a part of this with you guys this evening.
Thank you, Amber. Hunter, anything you want to tack on?
It takes a ton of courage and vulnerability to pitch in public. So kudos to all of you guys for showing up and doing it, despite challenges, etc., that inevitably always happen. There's so many resources, organizations, people in the 757 virtually that want to help at completely no cost. So don't be afraid to lean in and leverage and take advantage of that and find the community of people that like believe in you, that lift you up and challenge you. And regardless, I guarantee you that you'll make positive progress on your ideas and meet some incredible people along the way in your journey. So thank you so much for allowing us to be a small part of that this evening.
I would second that, Hunter. And I tell people all the time, I didn't say it tonight, but you get out of it what you put into it. So please lean into the offers that were made. And I can tell you, no, everyone sings the praises of the judges that we have, and we are very intentional in that. As a reminder, the 3 winners stay on so we can get your pictures before you drop off.
Can I add one thing to this, just because I'm the fossil in the room? And I started my business in 1998, and there was no help. And anything like this didn't even exist. And this, to have this kind of an opportunity to share ideas and even be connected to other people who are aliens like we all are, who want to do our own thing. And so I echo that it's awesome that there are opportunities like this and that there's help. And so yay, because when I started, there was no help. And I survived despite myself. So anyway, all right, you ready for some results? Yes, yes. This is not, I'm switching the order even from what was given to me. So I don't even know, this is not in any order of rank. So the first one I'm going to say is House of Vibes. Yay. Second, MetaClick. And the third winner tonight is Marlo Royale.
Congratulations, everybody.
That's everybody. Yep.
Awesome. To our judges, Amber, thank you so much. Hunter, thank you. Carlton, thank you for your time and what you do for this. To the city of Hampton, Newport News, James City County, York County, City of Williamsburg. Thank you all for your support. It means everything. Zach, thank you for your behind the scenes help. It takes a lot of work to do this. So thank you all so much. Winners, stay on. People that did not make it, get back on that horse. We talked about the dates during the break. We'll be following up. At a minimum, August 21st, we'll see you at the Startup World Cup. You better be there. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
Everybody. Bye. Hey, Matt, Tim, I'm going to make you the host again.
Okay.
So I got to run.
Okay.
So I think you're the host now.
Yep. That's what it says.
Congrats, everybody. I'll see you the next time, or at least in the fall, perhaps. But
Gary, thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Please, I didn't thank you publicly in front of everyone, Gary. I am sorry.
You know, I like to be the guy behind the scenes that just watches other people be successful. You don't need to thank.
I know, but
yeah, it's all good.
My apologies.
No worries.
It doesn't go unnoticed.
No, thank you. You're welcome. All right, see you guys. Nice to see you, Zach.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you here. The 3 winners. I've been emailing you guys, so you guys have seen it. But email me a headshot that you want the world to see. So mugshot style. For me, it'd be like this. But yeah, send me that, and we'll post something tomorrow out. And yeah, it was a wild deliberation room. So kudos to you guys. Please try to tackle as much. Listen to the resources that are available and things like that. It was That was the craziest deliberation room I've ever seen.
Dude,
I'm
it took
not even
forever, man. That's why I was like, what is going on?
I've been a judge. I basically created a version of this 15 years ago. Like maybe the longest deliberation room I've ever seen. So it was just a wild ride in there. And you're just a
Well,
fly on the wall. So interesting. But
so
congratulations to
statistics
you
run
three.
true. I always say at Pitch Perfect, 2 of the 3 people at Advance will attend Pitch Perfect, which was in fact the case yet again. So
Yeah. So you'll
do
see
you
in
all
your
have,
chat. Sorry.
okay.
You'll see in your chat. Make sure to send it to me. Uh, do it now. Do it by 9 a.m. tomorrow, so we can get that out as soon as possible. It will get picked up by many other publications as well. So yeah.
And if you don't have anything, if you want me to take a screenshot now, I will do that. But if you have something better, then we would like that too. Cool. Well, congratulations. We'll follow up. So definitely put November 5th on your save the date for the championship pitch. Once you show up and pitch on November 5th, that is when, at a minimum, that's when you'll get $500. The top 3 winners on November 5th each get the 5,000. So congratulations. You did very well.
Y'all are still on mute, so it's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys
so
for
much.
thank you for putting this
Tim, stop
program
the
on.
YouTube, Tim.